Hello everyone and welcome to episode 2 of our Fuse Beast Let's Play series, season 3. So, between this episode and last, I've been and done a little bit of mining. As you can see, I've got some diamonds, some redstone, got some more copper, tin, shiny ore, and some other cool ores, which I thought I would share with you guys. So, this episode, I want to work on some very basic power. And there's a bunch of ways we can actually generate that. And I think a generator would be good. We can get a combustion generator, a Stirling generator from Ender.io. This maybe wouldn't be too bad of an idea. And see, it outputs, doesn't actually tell us actually how much it outputs, but I know it's not too bad actually. But I think, is that really what we want? I don't think so. I think we should be using something like, a zombie generator? Is that generator of zombies? Consumes nutrient distillation to generate power. Interesting. But I think I'm going to go with something basic, like a power, like a survivalist generator. So I'm going to need to make myself another furnace, which requires a little bit of cobblestone. Looks like I've got some potatoes in there, which I cooked up. Have a bit of a nibble on those. And let's make ourselves one of these survivalist generators. Now, a piston, I believe that it'll actually take items from here. You know, I wonder if it will actually. So, I actually need some planks. Put them in there. And I wonder if it'll actually take items from there to make a piston. I don't think it does actually. I was hoping that when I shift right clicked it would actually put the items in here, but it doesn't. I mean, it's not too bad that it doesn't, but you know, looks like we'll have to just crafting everything by hand. So now we're gonna need some cobble on top, some redstone. Was it there? 2 iron, a furnace. What goes in the middle? Oh, and the piston. What's that? Is that another recipe? Oh, iron and redstone was the wrong way around. So here we go. So this is just a very basic survivalist generator. Now, the survivalist generator just uses is really good at conserving power. But there's only one real downside to the survivalist generator, and that is it generates very little power. But it just uses so much of the and it'll generate 8 CRF at 5 RF per tick, which, if you ask me, is pretty crazy. But now we have a little bit of a basic power. I want to actually set up a system with a sag mill, which we can use to double our ores. So this guy requires a little bit of iron, so I need to get a little bit of this smelted up. On as little of this smelted though, because obviously I can double it using my sag mill whenever I create it. Is there any iron ore down here? Any iron down here? Maybe? A little bit? But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a bit of a system going with this guy. So, actually we're generating a small amount of RF, which I think I want to get into some Ender.io stuff first, because Ender.io, it's quite good for early games, to be honest. And we need some flint. Do we have any flint? We've got 2 flint. Do we have any gravel though? Yeah, we've got plenty of this stuff, so I just need to put some of this down. Wow. 2 flint from the first 2 bit of gravel we mine. That's pretty good luck, to be honest. Now we're going to need a piston, which we made before, which was a piece of iron. There, redstone, some planks. Oh, and that's how you make covalent dust egg, because I have in fact, I've done that. I always seem to get these the wrong way around. From Project E, which is just the one mod I've actually installed in the pack, which isn't there by default. I definitely recommend you go and get the mod. Check out the mod though, guys. It's pretty cool. Now, we need some gold. Do we have any gold? Yeah, I don't think we do actually. So I might have to go and go look for a little bit of that, guys. I'm just gonna go poke around, see if I can find a little bit of gold, and I will be back. Okay guys, we're back. I've just gone and got myself a little bit of gold and also a bit of coal while I was there. I literally strictly went for gold. I went in the cave I found. That's one of the first things I saw, so I was like, well, I've just got what I came for. You know, why bother sticking around? So I was like, you know, got my gold. But you know, I I only want to smelt up the one though that I actually got. The rest of it I'm going to use it in the sag mill. So what else is needed for a sag mill then? So for a machine chassis it's some more iron. How much iron did I actually 7? So I believe we need a little bit more iron smelted up. Put that in there. This guy needs to be made into a nugget. And what else was it? Oh yeah, the iron bars, that's it. We need to make some of these guys for our basic, well not the basic, yeah, the machine chassis. And this guy also requires a copper ingot, which we should have plenty of copper. Yeah, 46. Copper's like one of the most very basic and common ores that you'll find in the ground. We should stick that in there. I can see I really am trying to conserve all this. Thing is, this guy doesn't generate a hell of a lot of power at all, so I will actually have to maybe make a few more of these survivalist generators, maybe get the furnace generator, which is the next tier up, but that doesn't have so much of a, like, it goes through its fuel a lot quicker. Like, this guy really just doesn't go through its fuel that quick at all, and really does conserve it. So I can see it has 9 minutes, and, well, before it even uses up another piece of coal. It's crazy. You can see it burns for 1,600 ticks, which is quite a while for something to be smelting, to be honest. So I believe it's that, and that. Is it redstone on the corners? Yeah, there we go. Now you know what? I'm probably going to need to make another one of those for when I make the furnace of this, but you know, it's fine. So now, do we have everything we need? We've got our... Actually, I need some more iron smelting up, actually. I think that's like all of our iron, though. So we're going to need 4 for that and 4 for that. See, I'm going to need another 4 iron. So I'll just use up all of our iron making this. But while I'm gone, I'll be able to allow some of my ores to smelt. But yeah, I didn't realise how much iron we'd need, though. We've just gone through so much of it. But I'm going to make my... If you were probably wondering why I made a crafting station as opposed to a bench, if I put stuff in here, it will remain in the inventory, and also it's interfaceable with this stuff over here, with the chest. And now, what was I going to make? Oh yeah, the machine chassis, which I believe the ingots go there. Not 100%. There we go, the chassis. And now I believe we have everything to make it. Let's see, flint along the top, and is that enough everything to make it? Should be. Yeah, there we go, a sag mill. So I'll put this guy here, and I'm going to set this guy to pull and push from that chest. So he's going to pull items out of that chest. I don't want to also point out you can get a piece of flint and put him in there, and he will be more efficient that way. So you might get maybe 1 extra dust or something, but I think we're going to need a lot of copper early on. Also tin is going to be quite another good one. Silver and gold. And what you do is you actually just stick all these guys in here, and he'll pull them out, put them in. He'll do his stuff with them, then he will put them into that chest. Then I'll have a furnace which will take all the dusts in, and then but there is stone in here, which is a bit of a pain because it gives you things like stone from the ore, which I don't really know why. It's kind of a bit of a pain. But yeah, this guy uses... How much RF does he use per tick? It uses 20 RF, and we're producing 5, so we need 4 of these survivalist generators just to keep a sag mill in operation, so it's pretty crazy. So I can see the power buff is dropping really rapidly here, but we're getting a lot of copper. So I can see just from that, we've got all that copper from it. And we still haven't used to pull that flint that we had in there. And as you can see, I'm now going through all my silver, and for some reason I don't always stack when you put them in here. They're a bit buggy sometimes, but there you go. We've now gone through everything, so they're really, really quick, but it looks like we are... the flint makes them go a whole lot quicker. And you can see it still uses the same amount of power, that's the thing. So you also get these capacitors as well, which make them go quicker, but to be honest, a capacitor is kind of the least of my concerns at the minute. So I'm just going to go through here, hopefully try and get a little bit of flint. You going to give me some flint? Yeah, here we go. I'll stick that in there, make it more efficient. Problem is, it goes through cobblestone twice, so it can turn cobblestone into sand, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah. What's it trying to do now? Oh, it's still doing cobble. Oh, and then it's going to smelt the cobble. Well, not. Where did the sand go? That's weird. Sand must have gone somewhere. Well, as I was saying, I need to go and get myself some more iron, because we have run out. We have basically processed all of our ores, though, which is... In fact, we have some ferrous I haven't done. I could probably do doing that ferrous. The Elorium we don't really need until we get into big reactors, so I'm going to dump that in there, then have him run all of our ferrous straight through there. So guys, I am going to have to go and find another place to go mining, as this cave, I've kind of got rid of all the ores that I need out of it. But yeah, we're definitely going to need to do some Tinker's tools at some point, because we can't just stick with this, you know, terrible iron pick forever, because that's boring, right? Even like the diamond pickaxe. When you're in Feed the Beast, you learn that even like a diamond pickaxe, that really isn't good enough, to be honest, to match the needs that we're going to need to do. Because it won't be able to mine us some certain special ores that we're going to need. So, I'll be right back, guys. We are in a little bit of lag from generating the chunks here. But... what is that? Gold. Oh, cool. We got some gold gravel ore. This is something you need to be on the lookout for. Is this? Please don't. Wow, creeper. Wow, that was a bit of a dick move on the creeper's behalf there. Anyways, completely demolishing all that gravel ore, which I was getting the gold from. Stupid creeper. But I'll be right back, guys, once I've found another cave to go mining in. But you know what actually I'm going to do? I think I'm actually just going to go back to the base and strip mine. Because, if you remember last season, strip mining worked really well under our base. We got so many minerals from that, which was just absolutely crazy, guys. But I don't know whether that's because we generated that on the old pack. And, you know, when we're on our, when I was on the, I think it was like Tech Infin... I don't know what it was. It was a custom pack that someone made, which is meant to re-replicate the Forgecraft mods. So, it, you know, it wasn't quite exact. But also I want to make these things called rope ladders. Now, rope ladders might actually be able to help us getting in and out of this strip mine. So, rope ladders are... they require string. Now, do we have any string? We should do, unless I've thrown it out. Yeah, I think I must have thrown it out, so we can't make rope ladders. Kind of a pain. So I'm actually going to make a staircase down to the strip mine. You know, where would be a good place to start strip mining? I think maybe about here. So I'm going to go down to maybe about Y level... no, actually, maybe about... 10, maybe? Not, maybe about 20, somewhere around there. I'm going to poke around that Y level, see what ores generate around there, and we will be back once I've done a little bit more mining. Okay guys, so I was doing this and I was thinking that when you're mining, cobblestone is a bit of a pain when you're doing this, so I thought I'd make this thing called the DevNode. Now, it does require us to actually get ourselves an apple, which we don't actually have at the moment. And that will allow us to basically keep a stack of the items that we have in our inventory. And also, while we're doing that, it will allow us to... now these are apple leaves, why are there no apples? So anyways, as I was saying, what we can actually do is... use the DevNode to keep one stack of items in our inventory, and any excess cobble we pick up will be deleted, which, if you ask me, is really cool. Stops your inventory getting filled with junk. So I'm just gonna make this up now up to a stack. And do I have any bone meal? I'm just thinking if bone meal will work on these apple trees. I'm hoping it will. Is it going to work on these apple trees? Because we are in an orchard biome, as you can see. This is actually orchard. So, does bone meal... No, it would appear that bone meal does not work on their growth. So, looks like I'm going to have to see if I can get some apples the hard way from these trees over here. And I will be back. Okay guys, when I meant to click record, I clicked exit on the pack, which is kind of a pain, But I think I'm going to end the episode off here, guys. I did actually see some apple trees off in the distance, and I'm there punching like leaves like a noob, but when I could be getting apples from the tree, I could just pick them. So, sorry for ending this episode off so short, but I am going to be getting some more machines next episode, and I'm also going to be getting some more minerals because we're a little bit low on iron. So it looks like I need to get some of that. So thank you for watching, and take it easy, guys.